Hey everybody, it's Emma. Thank you very much for joining me in this July faves, mez, and fails. I am bringing this video to you in a sweatshirt at the end of July. Anyway, let's get right on in this. I have a lot of products to get through. I have already started filming this video and it was just not working out, so this is take two, folks. And let's get started with what's on my lips right now. So probably at the beginning of the month, I had seen a video that the Kat Von D makeup artist had put out. I think it was about the Lock-It lip liners, and one of the makeup artists in that video had this gorgeous purple color that inspired me to maybe play with some unconventional lipsticks. So I went to Ulta because I figured NYX would probably have some affordable but also unconventional options to play with. So these next three products are both favorites and fails, and I'll explain why in a second. Now, because this is take two, I've already swatched these out. So I got two of, let's make these look all nice, shall we? Two of these, which were new to me, and these are the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liners. So these were under $4. I got two shades. I got Jet Set, which is the blue, and I'm wearing that today. And I also got Amythest, which is this really pretty purple, which is similar to what that makeup artist was wearing in the video. Now, as you can probably see from those swatches, the formula itself of the lip liner is pretty awful, if I'm completely honest. It's very patchy. It's difficult to work with. I find it pretty impossible to get a really opaque look on the lips. It's very wishy-washy, and for me, these are not colors that can be wishy-washy. You know what I mean? So I went back because I was really enjoying the color of the lip liner, so I figured I'll just get, something to put on top. So these suede lip liners correspond to some of their liquid suede lipsticks, so I got the one in Jet Set. I didn't get the purple one, mostly because I'm cheap and they weren't doing a buy one get one half off sale at Ulta for once. But now I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because it helps with the opacity. So I've been talking maybe for 10 minutes because I had started to film this video before, and already, you can see how the combination of the lipstick and the lip liner is wearing away from the inside of my mouth. It's not a good look, folks. You know what I mean? I love the color. I don't know why. It's kind of weird looking, frankly. It's maybe not pretty makeup, but I feel awesome. I feel badass. It makes me feel really good, which is the whole point of this to begin with, in my opinion. And I would really like to wear these kinds of colors, but these products are not the way to do it, in my experience. So these products themselves, not great. The colors, all about. So if you have any suggestions for lipsticks in these kinds of colors that maybe are better formula-wise, I don't even mind spending a little extra money, because I would rather spend, a good chunk on a lipstick that's going to work than spend that same amount and maybe more trying to find a cheap one and running into this issue. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. And let's move on along. I have another lip product for days that I didn't feel like being blue that I just keep in my purse. It's from e.l.f. It is a Perfect Pout lip balm. So it's one of those products that it looks kind of scary and dark, but it's a very sheer tint. So they had a pink one for a long time, those kind of color changing lip balm. It was their take on that. This is in the shade Perfect Berry, which I much prefer to the pink one. I have tried it. I think I've since decluttered it because this one's just preferable. So you can see it's a very sheer wash. A really pretty, darker pinky berry color. It looks really nice on the lips, and it's a nice thing to just toss on if I need a little something, but maybe I don't want to wear any of the lipsticks I happen to have with me, or I just want something really comfortable. This is super comfortable. The only caveat I found is it does tend to cling to dry patches. So if you're not exfoliating your lips regularly, that might be a problem. But if, you know, you get that good old e.l.f. lip exfoliator, you'll be good to go. Really like that product. So next is a nail polish, and I'm wearing it today. I have actually been really into these kind of, I call them claws or dagger nails. I think they're maybe called stiletto if you have, they're longer. I don't know, but this kind of like pointy tip, which surprised me because I've always been a square nail girl, you know, and I've really been enjoying the shape for whatever reason, and I've really been enjoying this nail polish. It's from China Glaze. I honestly do not remember if China Glaze is cruelty-free or not. I've had this for a very long time. I actually got it on sale at Job Lot for $3, but it's in Luxe and Lush, and it's just this really pretty kind of opal. It's got that opal vibe to it. I have it on now over a Wet n Wild kind of creamy white and the Wet n Wild matte top coat because I just ran out of my Seche Vite. I need to get more because I love it. That's another favorite, but we'll talk about that in an empties video coming up. But I just figured I'd mention I've really been enjoying this kind of nail polish. Yeah, my lips are like sticking together in a very awkward way. I might actually change my lipstick at some point before we're done here. So let's talk about another fail. So this is the number 7 Stay Perfect Long-Lasting Volume Mascara. This is a tubing mascara, meaning that it is supposed to kind of coat your lash in this tube of product, and it's not supposed to go anywhere. It's supposed to be smudge-proof, you know, waterproof, and yet you just take it off with some warm water. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but that's what they say. And there are quite a few things I really like about this mascara. For one, it really doesn't smudge or you know, move around or leave your lashes or anything like that. It stays put throughout the day, even on really hot, humid days, which we were having last week, and now I'm in a sweatshirt. Welcome to New England. I really love the brush. It's really small, easy to work with. I find it very easy to really get in there and coat every lash. But this is really, really difficult to remove. So the instructions are to dampen a cotton pad, hold it over your eye for 30 seconds, and then the mascara is supposed to just wipe away. That does not happen. What does happen is the mascara turns gluey. It is the exact same texture as lash glue. If you've ever played with false lashes, you know, you take them off and you get that kind of sticky, gluey remnants of the glue. That's what this does. So it is really difficult to remove, and when I'm removing it, I feel like I'm pulling out my lashes, which is not the side effect I want from my mascara. So while the actual wearing of it is fine, the fact that it's so difficult to remove, it just makes it not worth it. So I might actually keep the brush, but the rest of this has got to go. Next thing I have really been loving this past month is dry shampoo, which I've never tried before for some reason. I got the Batiste, just original, clean and classic dry shampoo. Because I have blue hair, these kinds of unnatural colors tend to fade quicker than other ones, like a more natural color. So I try to wash my hair tops once a week, which, you know, especially in the summer, can be tough. So I have really been enjoying the dry shampoo in between washes just to make my hair look and feel and smell a little less grimy. It's awesome, and I can't believe that I have not tried this stuff before. I just grabbed this because I've seen it on a bunch of other cruelty-free makeup channels, and, you know, it's inexpensive and just pick it up at Rite Aid or what have you. But again, if you have any suggestions for dry shampoos, I am in it now. I am on the bandwagon, so feel free to share your recommendations with me. Not that I dislike this one in any way, but you know, if you've been watching my channel, you know that even when I like a product, I want to try other things. The next favorite I want to talk about is a deodorant, actually. So this is from Schmidt's. This is their Rose and Vanilla. Oh, there we go. Kind of tub jar deodorant. It's cruelty-free. It's vegan. And I've really been loving this. So I have tried... I've flirted with natural deodorants, not necessarily because I have a huge problem with what is in conventional deodorants. I honestly don't know that much about it. I know it's maybe not supposed to be the greatest thing for you, but I haven't really researched it, so I don't want to speak about that. But it's really difficult to find a conventional deodorant that's also cruelty-free, at least, you know, in the drugstore. So I've been wanting to try some more natural deodorants because they tend to be cruelty-free. This is super simple. Honestly, the only thing that irritates me about this is I could make it myself, but I'm just too lazy to. It has shea butter, arrowroot powder, baking soda, cocoa seed butter, vitamin E, and natural fragrance. That's all that's in here. So this is in a jar. You scoop out a little bit with this little spatula, rub it between your hands to warm it up, and just apply it. Now, this is not an antiperspirant, so you will sweat, but I find this to be really fantastic for keeping any unpleasant BO sort of odors away. Even on really hot, humid days, even through Zumba class, even through kickboxing class, this has held up really wonderfully. And because this is made with arrowroot powder rather than cornstarch, it doesn't irritate my skin. Cornstarch, for whatever reason, irritates my skin. It's in a lot of natural deodorants. Whoops, I just got blue on me. So cornstarch is in a lot of natural deodorants, and one of the reasons I picked this one up, besides the fact that it's rose vanilla, which intrigued me, is it's made with arrowroot powder. So if you found that natural deodorants give you a rash or make your skin itchy or anything like that, maybe check out something like this that has arrowroot powder instead of cornstarch. But I'm really liking it. I'm using this most days. Some days I'm just lazy and just throw on whatever stick deodorant I have still hanging around. All right, we'll finish up with skincare, and I'm going to start with my kind of meh product. This is something that I have issues with it, but I've made it work for me. So I'm putting it in the meh category, and it is from Earth Science. I got this at Whole Foods, which is also where I got the Schmidt's deodorant. This is the Creamy Fruit Oil Cleanser. So if you've seen videos where I talk about my skincare routine or empties videos or things like that, you'll know that I really like to double cleanse in the evening. So I'll use something like this, or I was using the Sonia Kashuk Dissolve Cleanser to kind of take off makeup, kind of loosen up whatever was on my face, and then I'll follow that up with a second cleanser. This I got just to try something new because I just can't stick with something that works fine. And like I said, I've made it work for me, but I probably wouldn't repurchase this. So what I loved about the Sonia Kashuk is it would take off almost any makeup that I had, even on my eyes. Didn't sting my eyes. I could kind of get in there and get my mascara off, get pretty intense eye makeup off. I might have to follow up with a little makeup remover if I had really gone to town on my eyes, but it would take everything off and it would wash away clean. So I probably could have gotten away with just using that, although I would always follow up with a second cleanse. This, unfortunately, doesn't hit either of those marks. It doesn't remove makeup as well. It definitely loosens it up, and, you know, the second cleanse takes care of anything left over, and it also leaves a bit of a film. Again, because I go in with a second cleanse, it doesn't really bother me, and my skin has been really nice since I've been using this. So my skin certainly likes it, but it it's still kind of meh. There is a little fragrance in here. It's at the very bottom of the list, so I haven't found that to irritate my skin, but there's every oil that you could hope in this. It's vegan, it's cruelty-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, all the frees, except, of course, it does cost money. So it's, you know, I'm making it work, but I probably wouldn't necessarily recommend it. That makes sense. So the last few things I want to mention are from The Ordinary. Now I have done a video already on The Ordinary Serum Foundation. I will link that in a card and also in the description box. That video is kind of my first video of it. I do want to do a second full-on review once I have used this a little bit more, but you can see how it applies and how it wears throughout a very hot and very humid day on oily skin. So, you know, check that video out if you're interested, but I've been playing with this a lot. I have it in the shade 1.1N Fair Neutral. It is a little bit more coverage than my beloved Buxom Show Some Skin foundation, so if I would just want a little bit more, I'll put this on, or just because it's new, I've been using it a lot anyway. It's a very liquidy consistency. Again, you can check out that video so I don't have to go on about it too much in this one, but I've really, really been enjoying this. I actually just got an email that the coverage foundation that's in my shade is in stock again, so that might be. And last but not least, I just want to mention the skincare that I got from The Ordinary. Now, again, I'm going to be doing a full video review on these, talking more about the items, the brand, all of that stuff. But I just want to mention, because they have been favorites, my skin has just felt really good. Kind of plump and smooth and healthy. It's just felt really great since I've been using these products. So the first thing I got is the Ascorbyl Glucoside Solution 12%. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, to be completely honest. But this is a vitamin C serum. I use this in the morning. This is the first vitamin C product I've ever used on my skin, so I got one of the kind of gentler varieties. This is not their most potent vitamin C product that they offer, but I figured I'd start off a little bit gentle, and I haven't found this to irritate my skin at all. It is a kind of thin, runny, it looks like it should be sticky. It's not. It actually soaks into the skin really quickly. I usually don't give myself that much time in the morning because I like sleeping. And so I'll put this on right after cleansing before my SPF moisturizer, and I've really been enjoying it. The second thing is also a new sort of product to my skin. This is their Advanced Retinoid 2% solution. So this is their, again, gentler retinol offering. They also have a 1% that is more intense, but because this is the first one I've tried, I figured I'd start off slow. Again, it comes in this little dropper bottle. It's kind of this milky yellowish solution. It's pretty thin. Again, blends in, soaks in really nicely. I haven't found this to irritate my skin at all. I've been doing it every other night, so I'll switch between this and my Paula's Choice exfoliator, the BHA exfoliator. So I'll do one night, the other the next night, kind of flip-flop back and forth, and so far that's been working out for me. So the last product from The Ordinary that I got was the Buffet Serum. So this is one of the only products that has multiple sort of ingredients in it. You know, The Ordinary, it's, as you've been seeing from the products that I've mentioned so far, it's kind of one ingredient, and whatever that ingredient absolutely needs to, you know, be useful for your skin, and that's it. Nothing else. And this has a few things put together, so it's a little bit more of a well-rounded product. I've been putting this on at night mostly, sometimes in the day, but mostly at night, right after cleansing, before either my exfoliator or the retinoid. And again, really, really love it. This has a similar consistency to the vitamin C serum. It's a little bit thicker, slightly mucousy, which, you know, maybe not the most pleasing, what's the word? I don't know, probably not the most pleasing image, but it's fine. It doesn't feel sticky. Again, soaks into the skin really nicely, didn't break me out or anything. Really, really enjoying it. The very last thing I want to mention, just because it has genuinely been a favorite and I would like some suggestions for other things to get. This is a fragrance, a rollerball fragrance from TokyoMilk Dark. This is the fragrance Yesterday, which I almost positive they do not sell anymore. The only place I saw it for sale was Amazon and eBay, so I'm pretty sure they don't sell it anymore. But I really, really love it. It's a great summer fragrance because it's very light and fresh, a little bit sweet and fruity, but not in a sickening candy 12-year-old girl kind of way. You know what I mean? It's just, I've really been enjoying it for summer. I had gotten a solid perfume from Lush called Lust. That was also a really nice floral, but it's a little bit more heavy of a scent, so I haven't really been reaching for it when it's been hot out. Like today would be great. But this this has been a really nice summer scent. So I don't know if you've ever tried this, or, you know, if any of those, you know, really vague descriptions of what this smells like made you think of any perfumes. I'd love to get more into them. I haven't really, mostly because, you know, a lot of the ones that I know of are not cruelty free. I also, if I'm gonna spend $80 on a product, perfume is not high on the list. You know what I mean? But I've really been open to suggestions because it makes me feel grown up, like a proper adult, to have, you know, an actual perfume rather than, you know, like, well, I was gonna say Bath and Body Works, but I haven't bought anything from Bath and Body Works in a long time. But like an Ulta body spray or something like that. I don't know. It feels a little bit more refined. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. And that is it. Okay, made it through. I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to know what some of your favorites from the past month are, whether they have to do with makeup or, you know, if you're reading a really good book or watching a great TV series, you know, any of that stuff. Share it in the comments below. And also, feel free to let me know, what is your kind of unconventional, maybe not typically pretty makeup, beauty thing, whether it's like a weird nail polish or a weird lipstick or weird, I say weird in the most positive, loving sense of the word. You know, something that other people might find weird. I don't know. Let me know. Do you rock blue lipstick? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So feel free to subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face. That's somewhere over here, or the button below. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, requests, also please let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.